Hi everyone, welcome to Carolyn Life. If you're new here, I post a video like this almost every Saturday and Sunday. Not specifically a question and answer, but some type of live. I try to go live and interact with you guys, and talk about things and just generally my life and different subjects. So hello whoever just joined us. Today I'd like to encourage you guys to ask me questions. I thought we'd start out with the one that's scrolling on the banner, and it says, what YouTube personality would you like to meet and why? My most favorite YouTube personality that I've been really into a lot lately is, I love Incredible Anyway. I think she's an amazing human being. She lives in Kentucky. She's really wonderful. I love her, and I think she's just amazing, and I think we have a fantastic time. And I'd like to meet Chad Cruisers and just all my friends here that I've met. Welcome, Cheat Meal Food Cat. Hi, Brian and Chris. Happy birthday, Brian and Chris. It's Chris's birthday, but Brad and Chris are such a pair that I kind of always combine the two of them. But it's his birthday, so everybody in the chat should just happy birthday. I won't sing because that would just be, you guys would regret that with your eardrums. But I just wondered if you guys had any questions for me or stuff you'd always want to know or felt too awkward, ask. Chad Cruiser says that they said that they would like to come and meet me one day on a cruise, I hope. Yes, I'm hoping that cruises come back very soon, because that's one of the vacations that I love to take. And I'm even more excited now that I've watched No Maps Needed Travel's latest video. If you guys are in the adaptive space or need adaptations in your life due to some type of disability, you should definitely go check out Maddie from No Maps Needed Travel. His latest video was awesome, and I've been on a cruise, I would say 4 or 5 times in my life. I've been fortunate enough to go. But he had information on there that even I didn't know that will make my next cruising experience so much better. Hi, Rachel's Adventures. My favorite sweet treat to eat. Well, candy, I'm going to have to go with a Kit Kat bar because they're just yummy. I love, like, cookies. Like, a cookie or a brownie is, like, one of my favorite things ever to eat. Oh, yes, Kat, I'm so looking forward to meeting you, too. That's going to be so great. And I know Mindy's very excited also. She's at home right now with her boys, hanging out. Maybe they're at, I think they said they were going to go to Red Robin today, which, you guys, do you guys all have a Red Robin by you? Because, oh my God, Red Robin, the campfire sauce, so good with your french fries, the bottomless fries. Yum. Sushi is one of my most favorite foods. I don't know who's asking, Chris or Brad, but sushi is always a yes for me. I just love the big thick steak fries and fry sauce. But all the fries are very yum. I'm like a connoisseur of French fries though. What's your favorite sushi roll? Yvette, before the this whole situation happened with the world, Red Robin was one of my favorite places to eat with my friends because they'd all go and get the drinks, and me and one of my really close friends here, Britannia, which I don't know if she's in the chat or not, but we always used to get the bottomless fries and campfire sauce. Yummy. And Kat's video today that you just dropped about cookies, and then Chad Cruz, I think, just did a video about donuts. Oh my goodness, you guys are like making me crave all the sweet things all the time now. I don't want to apologize for the fact that I didn't have a video up on Wednesday. I thought that I did, but I must have misscheduled that. But there's some really cool stuff coming next because I've been working really, really hard on my channel and trying to talk to people and get them more interested and involved in my channel because I think you all are very awesome and so sweet and supportive. We have 150 people now that watch my stuff, which I'm floored by because when I started this thing, I thought maybe I'd be lucky if I got like my 4 friends to watch consistently. What's you guys' favorite vacation? Oh my goodness. That sounds so good, Yvette. One of the big things that I used to do before this whole situation went down is there's a local like bar restaurant that's right really close to my house, and they used to host like karaoke and like trivia nights, which are wonderful, and I loved it, but now I don't ever get to go. Oh, next month when you come, I don't know, cause Kat's going on a cross country road trip, and we're gonna go somewhere to eat, but I don't know. There's so many good restaurants around here. You have to tell me what did you and your traveling companion like? Is there any kind of food that you don't like? Because we have so many types of restaurants around here. Yvette, yes, I love. One of the big reasons that I love. Hi everybody, the chat's going really fast. I'm not meaning to ignore anybody, but the chat just like jumped on me. I'm so surprised there's always like lots of people watching this. But one of my most favorite places to vacation for me is Walt Disney World because it's so accessible and makes everything so easy. Very similarly to the reason that I love cruising, because cruising you only have to pack one time and everything you could want to do is right there, and you never have to wonder whether there's a bathroom, whether there's going to be a shower that you can use or a bathroom that you can use or anything of that nature. All the stress for those type of things is gone, and there's no more thinking. You can just be on vacation and get you some food and a drink in your hand, and it's all good. Oh, thank you, Cheat Meal Food Cat. Go enjoy that cookie. Have an extra one for me, cause yum. If you guys haven't checked out anybody that's already in the chat, I'm sure they're wonderful people. Nathan does live streams almost every night now. I know Yvette is a big supporter of me and a lot of other channels. James is a big supporter of everybody's channel. I have a question for everybody. How like how did we meet, and why did you continue to click the like button? I know Yvette says that the cookies from Cheap Meal Food Cat's latest video, if you haven't gone to watch it, oh my god, those cookies! I was up at like 6 o'clock this morning watching her video because she's just that interesting, and I'm like kind of a super fangirl of Cheap Meal Food Cat. But yeah, her cookies and all the things always look so good from her channel. And if you guys haven't checked out Parks Palette is wonderful. I love them so much. They always have a good time, and they go a lot to Disneyland, which I miss a lot, because that was the thing pre-pandemic that we used to do all the time. Is I love to go there and go people watching and ride rides. Oh, hi Rachel. But I'm gonna be honest, I love to go and do anything. Like I'll even like I love to like maybe not go hiking, but like if let's say, just for an example of like what I would do if somebody's in like a camping type scenario, I might not stay at their campsite, but I will come for dinner because I think the food is delicious, and I would stay and have like marshmallows on the fire and do all the camping stuff except for sleep there, because that's kind of difficult for me. Oh, cool. Yvette says that she found me through Rachel's Adventures. And I found both. Well, I met Rachel through this disabilities live stream forum that we were part of a couple times, and then I met Cheap Meal Food Cat through Dole Whip Dad, because every morning for a while, until I don't know what happened to their time schedule, but I'm so confused. But I'm still a diehard Dole Whip Dad fan because I think he's kind of smart and has the same sense of humor as my family, so that's what kind of drew me in there. And I just love people that love to talk about Disney, because my family, with the exception of my brother, aren't really diehard Disney fans. As far as like the vacation and the experience, like I could sit and watch like people talk about Disney, doing Disney DIYs and stuff like that all day, but that's just me. Or like people that go out and do adventurous things. I love seeing where other people live. So that's why I love the Chad Cruiser so much, and because I haven't personally experienced Canada like that much, except for some of the tourist spots a little bit. And I love learning about people, and I love to talk. I could like I'm that type of person that they in school they used to like I'd have a personal one-on-one assistant in school because I would need help with things, as many people do. So they'd sit me somewhere with my personal attendant person. And then whenever anybody else in class was getting in trouble, they'd sit me next to that person because it wasn't as much fun because you had like a personal person to like help me. Like was kind of like sitting next to the teacher, but not really. But I would always end up making friends with the people that were always doing like the mischievous stuff in class. So I don't think their idea really worked out so well. It's funny when I think back on that, like the teacher's strategy, because I was already the odd kid out. You're welcome, Chris, Brad. But I've always been really, really interested in travel and seeing new cultures and art. Like when I went to college, I was an art history major because I love like art and textiles and stuff. And I paint sometimes now, but I wouldn't call myself an artist because I think that that's something that I'm not comfortable with the label yet. Like I feel like I do it more as a hobby. Oh, James, I know I miss just going there and having the atmosphere of being able to go on like rides and having something to do in general because I don't know about where you are, but where I am there's no like the only thing that I have seen in the like last 2 weekends, like last week when Mindy was here, there was people at the park playing baseball or softball or something, and that hasn't happened in months. Oh, hi, Maddie. I was just talking about you. Everybody should go check out their video on cruising because it was so interesting. So really interesting and like very good and fun to watch because he's got um lots of what are they called? Like the still shots and the cutaways to things, and he keeps everything so light and so fun and like informative but entertaining, which is a lot of what I tried to do, but sometimes I think it fails. Yeah, I do. I love, and I just love watching the multitude of people that I watch on here. Um, because I think you guys are all very interesting and you do so much with your life, which I like. I always wanted to do a lot, but I haven't really. Well, it's partially because I started the channel right after the pandemic because I was just bored, didn't have anything to do, and then I was worried that I wouldn't have anything to say. Can you imagine that, me not having anything to say? I feel like I talk way too much, but and I love how you guys are all talking to each other in the chat and saying hello and being kind because I think the world needs more kindness. I feel like I'd have a really good time with a lot of people from here. Ah, yay! Thank you, Chris or Brad. Um, ah, yay! Careful. I don't wanna get big headed, but whatever. I love people, and it makes me kind of, and I don't really get sad very often because I'm not a sad person. Like, that's just not how I'm personally built, is to be sad. But like you know how most people like dream of like their life and they think that they're gonna have like kids or whatever. That was never me. Like, I used to say all the time that my dream job would be to like go live on a cruise ship and just be like, and like rate stuff on the cruise ship and just be like test all of the like disability stuff on a cruise ship, or like, and I've thought of that, doing that with airports the same way, because I think that would be really cool, is to like be the person that tests the disability services in the airports, or directs people where to go in airports. And I do have a bachelor's degree, so most of those jobs I can qualify for. It's just the drive time to get back and forth that's a problem. Yay. Let's see who else. One of the I'd love to meet like the Tim Tracker channel family, because they for a long time were like the adults that I saw that went to Disney and still enjoyed it as much as I do, even though they have their little guy now, which is really cool. I would love to meet the Leffersons. If you guys haven't checked them out, either the Leffersons are amazing. They're a Disney YouTube channel. The gay boys are very good. There are also a couple out of Chicago. I love Chicago. My degree, I have a Bachelor of Science, or no, I don't remember. Bachelor of Science, I think. Bachelor of Science in History, Communications, and something else. History, hold on. It's just because I'm trying to think. History, Communications, and Business. That was the third one. And I really haven't had any job prospects in either of those fields, but I know enough to like kind of get started if I could get my foot in the door somewhere, but no luck as of yet. But I'm trying. And I do have an exciting project kind of in the works, but I'm not going to say too much about it, but just keep looking. Oh, I love Fresh Baked. Fresh Baked is really awesome, and I think I ran into them one time when I was in Disneyland, because Disneyland is just amazing like that, because it's so big but then it's so small and you run into people. But I just said hello because I don't want to bother people. And I saw Pink, you guys. One time I saw Pink on the I was getting off of the what is it called, the the Toy Story ride with the games. I was getting off of that ride, and Pink was getting on, so I said hello, and I said, I bet you have a favorite color, and she just smiled at me and like was like hello and went about her business. But I don't think she remembers me, but that was an awesome moment in my life that I'll never forget. Oh, which city would I love to visit? Chad Cruisers asks. I have to honestly go everywhere. I love places like Chicago is probably the biggest city that I've been to, but I also love like DC is really pretty. Um, but I'd really love to do New York and like because I love plays and musicals and stuff. Oh, like if you guys come out here and she gets to play a concert again, we can go. We can have a date, Scott. Scott and me. If Maddie doesn't want to go, we can. I don't know. We'll just be jamming out together, cause she's like my favorite ever. Yes, the pizza in Chicago is my favorite thing ever. Worth every carb, worth every ounce of cheese. I love it. Like Chicago is my happy place. I love to go there in the summer, cause in the winter I've been in the winter and it's really cold. Um. Oh, Velvet's favorite treat. Yolanda asked about Velvet's favorite treat. Velvet's favorite treat is those ginormous milk bones. Um, those ginormous milk bones that you get at the store, the really big ones. Oh, I've never heard of those channels, James. He says he watches Five Fires and Beautiful Tomorrow TV. I have not heard of those, but I'll have to check them out. Um, Nathan asks that if I could come to the UK, would I come see him? Yes, I would come see him, and I'd make you take me to like a castle or something, because I feel like that'd be really awesome to go see a castle. Because and we'd have to go to like a pub, just to say I've been to a pub, because that I feel like that would be a very like UK thing to do. That's one of the most amazing things about the internet, I think, is that you can meet so many different people from so many different walks of life. And when you start out with something like cruising or Disney or something, you can find so many commonalities and like just find people that you genuinely get along with. Have you guys ever been to any other concerts that you love or like Pink? Because I've seen Pink twice, and it's the one time I kind of lost it and like almost cried. Um, yeah, I kick my butt all the time because I like have had a channel since like I've had a channel since like 2009, I think, when I've been when I first started the channel and started doing trying to play with it, but I didn't have the confidence at the time to put it together and put out videos. But now that I'm old, which I think I look really good for only being 21, but I'm old. Oh, did I say 21? I meant 18. I'm 18 again. Right, Chris? Isn't that what we all get to be, is like 18 again? You just don't keep going forward. You can just be 18 forever. Oh, I would like to see Madonna. Madonna would be amazing. George Michael would have been good. Oh, I love the Eurythmics. The Eurythmics is like one of my favorite bands ever. Yes, 18 every year. I agree. I agree. Oh, you got to see Rihanna? Matt, that was amazing. I bet you that was really good. She has so many good songs. Oh, and Celine Dion. Like, I love how dramatic she is. And Janet Jackson had some really good songs. Man, we could you and me and Scott could be like concert buddies. Um, Probably Chad Cruisers asked me what my favorite song by the Rhythmics is, and I'd have to say Sweet Dreams. Um, oh yeah, Matt's got a good point. He says we should either be 19 or 21 because that way we'd be like of legal drinking age everywhere, which is really a good point. Um, oh, my favorite dessert. You're making me choose desserts now. That's evil. Dessert. I love like a good brownie or a good cookie. Yum. Matt's making me choose desserts. But I'm the kind of person that, like, when I go on cruises, guys, I'm the kind of person that if I like several different things on the menu, I'm gonna order several of the different dishes on the menu, and I don't care. Like the dessert course, you might as well leave me and go see whatever show or game show you're going to see, because I'm still at the table because I'm getting my tea and my coffee and everything else at the table and talking to people. I'm very curious about if anybody knows how to make a treacle tart, because I was reading a story the other day about treacle tarts. Yeah, so see, me and Scott could sit at the table forever and forever and watch and like talk, and you guys could go to the show. Except for I love like the musical shows. Um, do I have a favorite drink? I don't drink near as much as I used to because getting older kind of sucks in that way. But if I'm gonna have a good drink, I love like a good like cosmopolitan or something. If I'm just gonna sip on it, but I can only like the thing about drinking. Here's my issue. If I drink, then I have to go to the little ladies' room, and once you break the seal thing, then there becomes an issue of the recurring ladies' room. But I will sit and drink and well, I will dance all night long with y'all. If we're going on a cruise, I'm like the first one that wants to go dancing and wants to go do stuff, cause like that's like my favorite thing to do. as long as you have a good cruise director. I've been on one cruise where the cruise director was just like um, she made me want to go take a nap, and I don't really do naps very often, but um or if I'm gonna do like a beer, I don't do. Here's a tip and trick. If you're a of age person that has a disability, never order a light beer. Light beer, all they're doing is adding water to your beer. So, okay, for one thing, you're not gonna get as buzzed with the light beer, and you're just gonna cause yourself to have to go to the bathroom more times. So don't skip the light beer. Get like a regular beer. Only in like every 2 drinks, go to the bathroom. Like every 2 beers, go to the restroom, because that way you're not gonna run yourself into an issue and have an embarrassing moment at a bar. But I say that knowing that everyone in their life has had one embarrassing, blurry night or two. Honestly, I would like, if it's your first experience with alcohol, and you're trying to be cool and good, just do a shot of something, because shots are, most of the time, you're gonna only need to do one to feel like you fit in, like, you don't have to feel like the odd man out, and it's not so much that your bladder is gonna be like freaking out, if you know what I mean. um Yeah, Yolanda has a good point. She says to hydrate in between drinks, which is also very good. And remember, if you're gonna be drinking really heavy, pick something like a sandwich for before. Lessons from old 21-year-old here. This old 21-year-old has spent many a time, many a fuzzy. I'm trying to save you all from your fuzzy nights. Um. Um. I don't think I have an opinion on what you wear on your body. I think if you feel like that's a wonderful thing for you, you should be able to wear whatever you want. Um, oh, that sounds good. Watermelon Cosmo sounds really good. I'm not a fan of the fruit because of the texture, but the flavor of a watermelon I love, which is weird. I know I have textural issues. I just get a little jealous when people look better than me in stupid things. Nick, I'm like the queen of always wanting to go to all the musicals. Um, Rent is like one of my all-time favorites. Rent, and then I love Wicked. I've seen Wicked a couple times, which is amazing. Um, I would love to see the Frozen the musical, because I hear that's amazing. Um, Chicago, I wanna see that again in a theater setting. That would be really fun. I generally like, if I'm gonna have a drink, it's going to taste of alcohol and not of fruit, because the sugar in all the mixers usually messes with my stomach too much, and that's not a fun time for me. and it's not cute, so I usually like, but you have to remember that when I grew up, anybody here know what the American Legion Hall is? That's where me and my friends in Michigan was like a thing to go to the American Legion Hall and get drinks. Anybody knows what those are? It's just basically a bar where you can get like a drink, not like a fruity cocktaily kind of a drink. Like they might have a whiskey coke or a cranberry vodka, but that's probably the realm of fruity that you're gonna get from them. But honestly, I think I would sit through any kind of musical. Like, if any of y'all want to meet me and go to a musical, because I don't think my family loves musicals very much, which is partially why I like Disney movies so much, is because they're all musicals. And like the I Want song in like Beauty and the Beast has the most amazing Want song, in my opinion. That yeah. But I do like the animated version over the live action version, because I love Celine Dion's version of their song. Oh, so good. So what YouTube personality would you guys meet? Oh, cool. I love how much you guys are talking today in the chat. I love it. I was always the person in college that was trying to get tickets to all of the theater performances, like, because on most college campuses here in the U.S., university campuses, they have like some have their own theater department, or they'll bring like the off-Broadway shows. And my favorite one in college was I went with my friend to see Sweeney Todd, which was so good. I want to meet Holiday at Sea too. I think they're really fun. And Karen's USA Adventures. If you haven't checked out Karen from USA Adventures, go do it. She's amazing. Thanks, Yolanda. There I go again, Yvette. I called you Yolanda. I knew it was gonna happen one time on the screen, because every time I read your name, I want to call you Yolanda for some reason, but I know that's not your name. I'm so sorry. Yvette, I would love to meet you too. Anytime. If you guys ever want to meet me anywhere, just gotta contact me. Which, by the way, you guys, I worked on my logo this weekend, and I've worked on my about section, and I'm gonna start I have a like a Gmail that's specifically set up for this thing, and I also am gonna link the PO box in the description if I can figure out how to get all that on there. I think I have to do it from my computer though, because the phone doesn't seem to be able to do that. Yeah, I want to come to Canada really bad, you guys, too, because I always love to travel, but I think it's even more fun now that I have like people to meet in these places. Which, speaking of traveling, I'm gonna start a new series on my channel. I don't know if you guys saw this. I think I mentioned it to a couple of you in the chat, but I want to start a like show me your world series where you guys send me a video telling me some of your favorite things from where you're from, and I'm gonna watch it. Like, I'm gonna do the whole watching it on my screen thing, if I can figure that out how to do it. And then I want to like make a food item that you guys show me. I'm gonna try to recreate the recipe at home, and hopefully by then like try to bring the experience to other people, because I feel like food is a really good way to experience other cultures and places that I've never been to before. My love of like travel and things really started when I was, well, I've always been a really independent. Some of my friends like to tell me that I'm the worst handicapped person that they know, because it never really crosses my mind. Like, I always just figure I'm gonna figure it out and have a workaround, and someday I'll get there, which is kind of surprising to people, but I just kind of always have that idea in my head. So uh, and then like people are always like, well, but you can't. But I'm always trying to figure ways around things. But when I was a kid, I went to this summer camp um for people with physical disabilities, and it was only physical disabilities, which is awesome, because it was the place that I could be like myself, and everybody understood, because everybody had the same, like, their brain was all there, but their body just didn't quite work, which was an awesome formative experience for me being younger, because I only um I only had a few like people in my town that were the same as me, but we weren't all in the same grades or anything, so I was kind of like the only person in my grade that was dealing with my situation. So it was great to get friends and have friendships with that common bond. But the awesome thing there was a bunch of international counselors. So then I got to like write back and forth with people from other cultures and countries and stuff, and that was amazing because then I just saw different things that I could do with, and it gave me another opportunity to like have more to say to people, because I was really shy when I was a kid, like really shy. I talked to people, but then like I don't know, I was always like, I think it's because I cared a lot about what people thought of me or something. I don't know. You know how you go through that thing where you're just shy when you're a kid? Maybe not. I don't know. But I was always like kind of, and then you go through that weird thing where you think you have to fit in, which is really stupid. Like, but I think that's what everybody does in their life, so it's fine. Hi, Chanel. This is my friend Chanel. She's from here. Oh, yeah. I would love for everybody. I really want to go visit. Like, I don't know who's more centrally located of my Canadian friends, but I want like a room somewhere, and then I could just like stay and travel all around the different provinces and go visit people. This is my friend Chanel. Everybody wave at Chanel. See, I told them all to wave, so then they did. I think it was more hard when I was like a kid because I like disability is a very weird thing, like to have to grow up because mentally you are so like I'm the person that I've always been, but like people have kind of always, not so much now that I'm an adult, because as an adult you just learn to not like care about what people think, but it's hard when you're like 14 and you're awkward and you know what I mean, you're worried about the guy that next to you that you think likes you and like all the awkward teenager stuff, and then you get this weird like being the weird person that sticks out when all you want to do is it's very strange, but the whole schooling experience is very strange, like very odd and very hard. I don't ever want like, you know, people say that they want to be a kid again and experience things again. I'm the person that's going, no, 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 thank you. Like, I could go back to being maybe like, um, um, that round number that starts with a 3. That was not that I'm there yet, but maybe that one. If y'all know what I'm saying, the number that starts with a 3, like that was good. um. Uh, But beyond that, there was a lot of awkward, like, just me being awkward and yeah. But the difference between now and then is I know how to like I accept who I am. Well, not that I didn't accept, but I know who I am now, so it's okay to be me anymore. Like I love that I love Disney things, and I don't really care anymore whether you think I'm strange for liking the latest Disney whatever or collecting pins or like talking too much. I don't like it doesn't I mean it bothers me if I think I come off as a blabbermouth, but it's like I don't ever want to be the person that just blabbers, but for the most part, if I'm in conversation with you, you're gonna know it. Has anybody else? Do y'all watch the Disney shows, like the Disney channels on here? Anybody else want to go like eat around the world at Epcot with me? Like, we can eat around the world and like drink and have a good time, and it'll be so fun. And I'm gonna get everybody in the chat ears because I think that would be a hilarious picture to have everybody have their ears on. Yeah, I love being myself now. Like I love who I well, I always kind of have loved me, but people like I didn't get this reception from people. People oftentimes, especially in working scenarios, I don't know what it is, but people like don't know how to like, and I think it's because in mostly socially when you're told about disability, you're told about the person in the wheelchair and the person like their diagnosis, and kind of like that's the context that most people have of people. So when adults run into me, they really don't know what to do in most working scenarios because like they're busy trying to figure out how they're gonna have to accommodate me or something, and then the interviews or whatever it is conversation gets all, or they think that I have to be wonderful, which is a very weird scenario to be in because I don't think that I'm special in the way that most people. I think I'm special because I'm me and I'm the only one that's me and I'm a unique individual. So in that way I'm special, but I'm not special like I don't need to eat Legos to live or like I don't need special, like there's no extra things. You just need to like accommodate for me and adapt to me in an environment for sure, but I don't need like special, like, because you're providing me with adaptations, you're providing access to the rest of the world also, so I don't think it's special. And I know I'm like kind of off topic, so I'm trying to read what y'all are saying, but chat is going very fast. I agree with Maddie. I just try everything anyways, and it doesn't really matter whether they think it's weird or unusual. Oh, Chanel's gonna go outside and go for a walk. That sounds really good. Oh, the Hot Diggity Dog song is really good. I used to sing that all the time with my little Liam. But he's like 7 now, so I don't even think he remembers that. My little nephew. Oh, you're welcome, guys. Welcome all the time. I hope you guys have fun. If you haven't checked out Chad Cruisers, really, you guys should do so. They're such a fun group of people. I know, I feel like me and Maddie and Scott are gonna just like, and then whoever else is there is gonna have such a good time. Chanel is wonderful human being. I love Chanel. I'm gonna take a drink. Not sponsored by Popeyes, but Popeyes is amazing. If ever you want to get a hold of me, Popeyes for sponsorship, yummy. I was thinking about doing a commercial for my channel to get new subscribers. What do y'all think that I should do for the commercial? Like, what are some ideas that either attracted you to my channel or that you like about my channel that I can incorporate into like a minute commercial? Mm-hmm. Oh yes, Velvet will be included. Velvet was in Chad Cruiser's birthday video. If you guys want to know more about Velvet or the journey with Velvet, I would highly recommend you both go to my disability playlist. There's a bunch of information there. I did a little mini series about Velvet and service dogs in general. Hold on, I'll be right back, guys. Right back. Stay right there. I just don't want to yell on screen. Hey, Dad. Can you plug me in? Can you plug me in? Can you plug my phone in, please?
The charger.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm back. I'm back, guys. So, anybody else have any more questions or anything that you want to know? If you're watching this, please don't be shy. Say hello, ask a question. I'm here to answer you guys' questions. I think the biggest thing to remember that it is your vacation. So no matter what somebody else has to do to accommodate your disability, or don't be afraid to ask for accommodations if you need them, because your whole point of going on vacation is to have fun. Oh, this is my drink from Popeyes from earlier. If Popeyes would like to sponsor me at any time, they can, because I'm a really big fan of the chicken sandwich. Either that or Diet Coke. Diet Coke is like my favorite thing. Or Coke Zero. What are you asking, Rachel? I think you should definitely answer a question, like do a stream like this, because this is totally fun, because you get all different kinds of questions about things and stuff. Oh, ranch sauces are life. Oh, I got another question from one of my other people, and I honestly, growing up, I don't think that I was ever treated any different than my brother. Like, I mean, we both had chores and we both had different things. Like, and I think that's one thing that helped me, because I wasn't ever raised like a special little unicorn. Like, there was things in my life that made me different, but like I always had like the same expectations as my brother that I could have. Like yes, I didn't walk, but I had to do, like, I had to wipe off the table if that's what I could do. Like, the expectations to do things in the house and clean things and have chores that like nobody else liked was always a thing for me. And I had like got grounded the same as everybody else. I think that's one of the biggest things, is making sure that you are treating the person in your life with a disability as normal as possible, with normal consequences and normal, like, so they grew up feeling very normal, because it's very odd to grow up and be like everything you do is special, because that's just not reality in life. Like, I'm not a special unicorn. Like, I don't really think anybody else treats me special. Like, I'm a special person because of who I am, not because of what I am or what I look like on the outside, if that makes sense. Oh, and then Yvette asks about, yes, I'm drinking Popeyes from my pop earlier. I was trying to answer that question because it came privately in my DMs, but I think it's a very interesting topic to bring up on here, even though I like talking about normal stuff too, because that's one thing that I wish disability was just a normal, like, it doesn't have to be something that's so like abstract and scary and like you can't like ever approach a topic because, oh my goodness, you're gonna, like, I feel like society has been told so much of what not to say that they kind of don't say anything if it's your first encounter with someone. I think the overall vibe that I get from people, and granted I'm only me, so I only have my situation to go by, because by no means am I an expert on anything. Certainly not being a parent, because I'm not one. So I don't know. I don't know all the pressures and all that go into that. So I can't really speak on parenting because I'm not one. And I really honestly don't really have a desire to do that with my life. But I am a person with a disability who thinks that I'm just a person, and like, it's okay to me just to be a person, and that means I can be a great human being. But I think that's one thing that we all need to remember, that everybody is a human being, regardless of what kind of situation you're in. We're all humans. So to treat us all equal is really fine. If that makes any sort of sense. And like, another comment that I get a lot is, do I care if people stare? I don't care if young children look, because I do look very, like, I'm in a ginormous orange cool looking chair thing. Like, I get that people are gonna look. I get that, like, this is gonna be a thing. But it's totally, like, the only thing that I don't like is when, like, older kids that know not enough not to stare anyways, and they're just doing it to be rude. But then I also understand that those people are just people, and they're trying to commit to themselves, and sometimes that includes making mistakes and being rude and being not kind.
I was going to think of looking at dinner. You want to know if you wanted anything?
I'm full. Thank you. And I would say that in my family, we have a very normal family relationship. Like, I don't live in the, what is that show? The Gilmore Girls. Like, I'm not in the Gilmore Girls, but I'm not in like some sort of, like, I'm just a family member. I'm not one that controls the decisions, or they don't make decisions based on me. Like, we all make decisions together and do things together. Like, it's not all, like, they take me and my needs. And like, of course, when we go somewhere on vacation, like we try to pick places that we can all find things to enjoy. But I'm also not the person that's gonna get mad if you want to go. Like, okay, as an example, you guys, if I went on a cruise vacation, and the way we do it in my family is we go in a huge group of people. There's usually like 12 of us that go on vacation, and it's just my parents' friends and stuff. And like, I get to go along with them as part of the group because I'm a single adult person that doesn't have a spouse or anything. That's the way it's always worked in my family. And like, if they want to go hike and go see the mountain of whatever that I can't get up to because there's stairs, like that's fine, because it's real, and it's not like, it doesn't offend me or like hurt my feelings in some weird way that like they're gonna go do something that they're physically capable of, because I don't think about myself as something that like, I don't know if that makes sense at all, but like, I don't get mad when people say, oh, they're gonna go for a walk. Okay, well, I don't automatically say I'm gonna go for a roll. Like, I don't use like, it's not something that's a thing for me. Like, disability is a thing, yes, but it's not like you have to be careful, and you have to like never want to climb a mountain, or you can never say your legs are tired or your feet hurt, because, well, in life your leg hurts and and that's just silly to me. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Maddie. I really love your videos and like your approach to the way you talked about things in your video. It was amazing, and I love talking to everybody, and I love hanging out with Rachel, and like, and I'm not trying to be all like, I'm sorry if that part sounded kind of like preachy or whatever, because I'm not. I'm just being honest. Like, like, for instance, I went to Mexico, and my family, I don't know how they did it, because my dad and my uncle usually do all their renting of the bus situations or cabs or whatever, but they rented a regular like city bus, because I had my electric my power chair, and we just went and toured around the wherever, like the whole group of us went, and it's just it's just it was fun, and like, but it wasn't like, oh gosh, we have to do something different. It was just fun because we got to see the city and different things. Like, I love doing things like that. But I don't get mad when they say they want to go do some sort of, I don't know, not that my family are like really hikers, but if you want to go do like the ginormous roller coaster that scares the crap out of me, or the hiking trail, like, I'm gonna go find something, either somewhere to sit or something else like to do for that 5 minutes. And I don't like, I feel like life is too short to be so like easily like don't walk around. And this is gonna sound weird because it's maybe not though, because I don't think this, it makes sense to me, but in my head I'm not, like, I don't always think about the fact that I have a disability. Like, it doesn't come up everything of all the time. Like, it comes up when I'm sick, because then I can't do what I know as my normal. So that always kind of bothers me when I'm like ill and can't do things, or like can't like have a cold or whatever, like whatever kind of sickness or something. That makes sense. It bothers me when I like go to get in a cab and the cab doesn't stop or like doesn't pick me up because I have a service dog. Like those are instances where like it bothers me because it's then presented to me as a inconvenience, I guess. But other than that, like I'm just kind of walking about doing my normal thing. Or like if I run over a thumbtack or something and I get a flat tire, then it's annoying and like I say, oh God, I gotta think about this again. Like, but honestly, I didn't really think about it when I went to college because I just went to college because like that's what every other, like last year when I went to school, when I was 18, that time, because if we're gonna be like 19 now, like I just went to college because I was bored, and that's what everybody did in my hometown. Was if you wanted to, you went to college. So therefore, I went to college. Like it wasn't because I wanted to be some great example of something. It was just like I'm doing the things that everybody else does. I don't know. Which I think people like that throws people off a lot, but I'm doing the things that everybody else does. And I do advocate for myself like a lot. I could do a whole nother one of these about like going to college and the different things that maybe you wouldn't think about. But why I think that everybody in the world should try to go to college at some point, because there's a million things you learn about yourself and how to do stuff because you have to. Very true. I thought before the pandemic, before I started my channel, I was gonna go back to community college again for like the umpteenth time in my life because I was bored and like there was nothing to do, and I couldn't find common ground with people to save my life because I didn't have a job. And like I feel like, I don't know if this is just a United States thing, but like a lot of times your social life or like you like who you are is defined as from your disability, which is kind of or I mean from your job. And when you're disabled and you don't have a job, people like it's a weird thing because they assume that either you don't want a job, which is totally not. Like this drives me crazy not having anything to do, which is why I started making videos, because I thought maybe like people would, I don't know, like give me other adults to interact with, which it kind of has, which yay for other adults that love Disney and travel and things and food, and because I love it all. I have a very much active life, but I think it's hard here because people it's very much about your job, and I don't have a job, and I don't really have a partner really that I live with right now or anything. So that's a social aspect that I don't have at my fingertips right now, because I'm totally the person that will like rent movies and like I like making dinner, but I also expect that my person has capability. Like it shouldn't be an expected thing. It should be a nice thing for somebody else to do something for you, if that makes sense. Mm. Anyway, what else do you guys think? The chat kind of went all quiet. I don't know. Thank you, Nathan. I don't know if you're still watching. Nathan does live streams every night. No Maps Needed Travel does videos every Friday. And guys, if you're in love with llamas, go check out their llama video because it's amazing. Sometimes I watch the llama video because I love llamas. I would love to meet, like, there's this channel called This Gathered Nest, and it's a lady that has like 8 children or something, and that's a lot of kids. And I always found the big family thing to be very interesting because they have so many people. But they also started this year a new like hobby farm kind of a situation. So they have llama, or I don't know if they have llamas. Do llamas spit, Maddie? Are they the ones that spit? Or is that alpacas? I'm confused. I'm not a very good llama lover, but they have llamas now and they have horses. I love horses. I used to ride horses when I was like, I don't know, when I was like a teenager-ish. And horses are always really cool. Is it llamas that spit or alpacas? Oh, they all spit. Well, apparently, they have. I think they have llamas because she's named one of them Cusco, which that's my ultimate favorite Disney movie, hands down. Always is Emperor's New Groove. It doesn't get enough love, in my opinion. There's not enough merch for it. I think that it would be awesome if Emperor's New Groove would get its own ride, and I think it should be Yzma, like the Yzma, the part in the movie where Yzma goes down to her secret lab and like they're in the little cart thing and they could do it like as a roller coaster dark ride. I think that'd be awesome. But I'm also super excited for the Princess and the Frog ride because I think that movie is, if you haven't checked it out, it's really good. And also always makes me want to go to New Orleans because beignets are amazing. I would love to go to like maybe like some kind of Mardi Gras thing. I know that I know that Pearl from Manhattan grew up going to Mardi Gras things, which I think is amazing. And I would love to like experience that with all the food. Even though I have a bit of a tender tummy when it comes to things and I have to be kind of careful. But I'd love to try everything. Like, even if I only get a bite of something, the bite is well worth it. My favorite Disney princess, I think my favorite Disney princess is Cinderella. Cinderella is just amazing. I think for me it goes Cinderella, Ariel, Merida, because Merida's really awesome, and Belle. But Belle in her blue dress. I have my travel bucket list just keeps going. Like I think at this point I need like a binder for the whole thing, because it's just crazy. And I love like my favorite secondary character, which doesn't get very much love, but I like Flit from Pocahontas, because I just think hummingbirds are really cool and pretty. Do you have a favorite Disney movie? Yvette? Oh, I know. Like, there's always different restaurants. Like, I would love to go and just be able to just eat wherever I wanted from. Like, just pick a city and just go eat at all the like popular spots and not have to worry about price or anything. Cause yum. And in the bigger cities, the museums would be something that I'd have to hit up too. Oh, The Lion King. I think I enjoy The Lion King, the live action version, because in my head I have the experience from the animated version. Like, I get that what they did there was really cool with all the CGI and stuff, but I think that film loses some of its pizzazz with the live action version. I actually really love the explanation of the mirror and the beast in the live action version of Beauty and the Beast, and the opening number is really cool. In this video, if you guys could leave me a comment when the stream is over of your favorite movie, because I want to do a craft kind of experience that I'll also post on live with some of you guys' favorite movies, and maybe like redoing the movie posters, and making them into like 3D art or something. If you could just leave me that information in the comments below, that would be wonderful. My about page on my channel should be up by tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. I don't know what date it is. Does anybody else know what date it is? I don't know. I think this weekend is like the 12th or no, because the last weekend was this is the last weekend in February as you're watching this, I believe, because I think next weekend is the first weekend in March. Because I'm going to take everybody's favorite movie and try to do a 3D art piece out of it. Oh, that's cool. I think families are so interesting that you can have like great nieces and stuff. Anybody else have any more questions about things, or things you want to ask me, or things you want to say? I don't know. I'm gonna, I don't know if I can do that without turning off the stream. I don't really think I want kids. And I've never really wanted kids, like, at all. Like, I've always just wanted to travel and see the world and, like, do things and be kind and travel has always been my main thing. I love my nieces and nephews, but I don't think at this point in my young life, being 18 again, I won't tell you how many times again, but at this point, I don't think that it's in the cards for me to do that. But I just had so much fun with you guys today. I hope everybody else had fun. And I hope this wasn't too rambly for people. Maybe Maddie left, I don't know. Rachel was here before, but I don't know. I wonder if she's alright. But I think I've been on here for about an hour now, I think. I'm going to call it quits. But as always, you are enough, and if you have questions or would like me to do this again, you can always leave it in the comments below, or check out my my about page on my YouTube channel. As always, you are enough. Have a great night, guys.